All right, it's our final round this week in the Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl, first game of Season 7. Super exciting, and we wouldn't have it any other way to begin our Mercy Health Final Challenge with a tie score. It's 80-80 right now, South Beloit and Eastland. Again, every question important, every question's worth 20 points, and most importantly, wait for me to call on you and make sure you say your answer very clearly into the microphone, especially because of our masks. Hands on your buzzers, let's see how this game ends up. Here's our first question in the final challenge. What organization, formed in 1792 by the Buttonwood Agreement, has an average $169 billion a day trade volume and is found at 11 Wall Street? Keegan.
Stock market.
Incorrect. South Beloit. The New York Stock Exchange. We needed the full name, the New York Stock Exchange. New question for both teams. Which son of Uther Pendragon owned the Round Table? Savannah.
Arthur Pendragon.
That is correct, also known as King Arthur. And you are the first on the board in this round. You're in triple digits with 100 points now. What number is the logarithm of 1 in every base, the cardinality of the empty set, the additive identity, and is neither negative nor positive? Abby.
0.
That's right, all fancy ways to say 0. Eastland, you've got 20, and we're back to a tie game. Taishit and Irkutsk are midway points along what Russian infrastructure project that was begun under Alexander III to link Moscow to Vladivostok? Keegan.
The Trans-Siberian Railroad.
That is correct, and you've got 20 more points. What country, which impeached its former president, Dilma Rousseff, in 2016, has been led since 2018 by far-right President Jair Bolsonaro? Keegan.
Mozambique.
Incorrect. South Beloit, you have a chance for these points. Bolsonaro is president of Brazil. No points for either team, and here's a new one. What 9-letter term labels the climate zones that extend from 35 to 50 degrees north and south latitude and a type of forest common in these zones? Savannah.
Temperate.
That is correct, temperate zones, and we're back to a tie game. What psychologist was inspired by the Nuremberg trials to perform a namesake study involving teachers administering electric shocks to learners? A controversial experiment put forth by Stanley Milgram, or the Milgram obedience experiment we would have also taken, and here is a new question. What 2000s TV series starred Kiefer Sutherland as counterterrorism agent Jack Bauer, whose adventures were... Hudson.
24.
That is correct. Adventures usually depicted in real time. That buzzer also means our time is up. That's the last question of the round. And by one question, Eastland, you are moving on to round 2. Hudson, you're the hero of the team. You pulled that last question off, 20 points. That deserves some arms in the air. Nice round of applause as well. Hannah and the Sobos, thanks so much for being here. And ordinarily, I would come over and talk to the teams. Quick show of hands, who are seniors, graduating seniors? So it's just Christina, right? Well, thank you for participating. Good luck, and please keep in touch, okay? Eastland, we'll see you in a few weeks, right, for your round 2 game. And we hope to see you next week when Lena Winslow takes on Winnebago here for another round of Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. Thanks for watching.